Broadcasting live from a location that has yet to be determined, it's the record you need to know about with your host, Aaron Buckley.
Rock and roll. KUHS 97.9 Hot Springs. My name is Aaron, and this is the record you need to know about. Once again, I'm broadcasting live from the Waffle House on 7 South, and as you can see, it's a raucous place in here tonight. Lots of people eating cheesy eggs, hopefully waffles, hopefully just food and not people. I know it sounds like I might be alone, but I'm not. I actually have a guest with me tonight. He is a super secret guest.
Yeah, I don't want to be so secret, but yeah, I'm here.
Actually, not very secret.
This menu's, it's a little overwhelming.
It is.
Yeah.
I just look at the pictures and then just point.
Yeah.
It always seems to work. I want the yellow food. This is all pretty much yellow. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the one and only Bill Solleder in the Waffle House with me tonight.
Wow, what an honor to be on the record you need to know about. And I'm starving.
I am too.
I'm so starving.
I am too.
I don't want to even think about food at the moment. I'm going to go look at the jukebox.
Okay. Oh, you got to check out the jukebox. The Waffle House songs are amazing.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Really good.
I'll be back in a sec. I got to wash my hands.
Okay.
Hey, if she comes, can you get me a coffee?
Yes, absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the record you need to know about, and this is my first official show. I did a practice show last week, and I played a cut from a plethora of krautrock, regular rock, pop, blues, weird stuff. And the reason I did that is because I couldn't figure out which album I wanted to kick off my show with. Well, after a long internal debate, I decided to start it off with the wonderful and exciting band Neu. Neu, featuring members from Kraftwerk, ex-members I should say, Michael Rother and Klaus Dinger. Klaus Dinger is the legendary drummer that invented the drum beat Motorik, which in German means machine. What does it mean? I forgot. Darn it. It means machine skill or something.
Wait,
that.
I'm back. Were you talking about the jukebox?
No, I was talking about Neu.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a machine. I thought you meant the jukebox machine.
No, I was talking about Neu. And Klaus Dinger, Klaus Dinger's drumming
There's no
style.
Klaus Dinger on the jukebox.
No, unfortunately there's not. But I happen to have some here on my handy little music machine.
You have any quarters?
I don't.
All right.
Sorry.
I'll get some.
Okay. This guy hijacking my show. Okay. All right. Let's kick it off. We're going to listen to Neu's first album, which came out in 1972, a year before I was born. Isn't that fantastic? Golly, I'm old. Right here on KUHSLP 97.9 FM, Hot Springs. Man, I'm telling you, you really got to be listening with headphones. Good evening, good morning, and good night. This is KUHS LP 97.9 FM, and you're listening to the record you need to know about with your host, Aaron Buckley, and my dear friend, Bill Solleder is here.
I'm learning so much.
We went on and on about Neu and all the connections and the Kraftwerks and the Klusters and the Harmonias, that entire 25-minute set.
I mean, I'm going to guess about maybe 10 to 15% of the listeners out there have heard of Neu before. And I want to tell you, you're 15% out there. Aaron Buckley knows so much about Neu.
Shouldn't know that much.
He was just off. We're sitting here drinking this coffee, and he's giving me the whole history of Neu. It's great. You need to share some of that stuff with everybody. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I know I want to, but it's like if I just say NEU exclamation point, you can probably read up about them.
Yes.
From very like educated, smart bloggers and
Right.
Wikipedia people. It might get boring.
Well, you're turning me on to it right
Good,
now.
man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're digging it. So we just heard the first half of their first record that they put out in 1972. Might I mention, too, that this was also produced by Connie Plank, is a legendary producer of krautrock, electronic, experimental music.
Yeah.
His name is all over albums that Kraftwerk put out, Kluster, Harmonia, which these are all bands we will get into right here on this fantastic show. Mm-hmm. Are you going to get the cherry pie?
I don't know if I'm not big on sweets.
Yeah, neither am I.
You probably didn't notice I didn't put any sugar in my coffee.
I noticed.
And I usually just get to the savory and the salty.
Yeah. It looks sticky anyway.
The cherry pie?
Yeah, she was wrestling that slice out of there. She was really tugging away at it.
How do they do the thing they do? The scattered, smothered. How do they call out those orders? And how do they remember that?
Well, we can sit here and wait for someone to order and then listen in on it.
Neu, N-E-U exclamation point.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it.
Good stuff. Go. Our station manager, Zach, is trying to say something through through soundproof glass. And
With hand signals.
Unfortunately, I don't know how to
It's
read
N-E-U exclamation point, Zach. It is, yes.
Oh, N.
Yeah.
N as in
N as in...
naughty, naughty, naughty. Can't hear anything outside the parking lot here at the Waffle House on 7 South. Isn't that right?
That's right.
That's right.
So, you're going to do the rest of the album?
Yeah, let's get back into it. We're going to listen to I Am Gluck, Lieber Honig, and Negative Land. And I believe Negative Land got their band name from this song. So, let's get back into Neu right here on KUHS LP 97.9 FM, Hot Springs. It's very abrupt. All right, that song's called Negative Land, and you're listening to KUHSLP 97.9 FM, Hot Springs, Arkansas. Yeah, we're not Hot Springs, New Mexico. So the trippy thing about that track that I will now reveal to you, I didn't want to waste the story off the air because I think I kind of wasted some earlier. They ran out of money when they were making this album because they wanted to buy all these fancy instruments. So they completely ran out of the advance. So rather than write another song, they remixed all of the songs, and that's the result of the remix.
Oh, wow. Really?
Potentially the first remix ever in the history of music.
Cool. I didn't
1972.
What's the album called one more time?
The name of the album is called Noi.
Noi. So it's Noi.
Noi.
Self-titled.
Yeah, you'd have to probably, I think if you type in 1972, you could probably pull up information on it. I'm sure it's in iTunes.
So tell me about the instrumentation.
Instrumentation.
Yeah, of Noi, like what we are hearing there.
Drums.
Live drums. And
Klaus Dinger.
Klaus Dinger.
Michael Rother playing mostly guitar and synth.
Right.
You can kind of hear the Kraftwerky style synth going on in there. Man, whatever that dude's having smells good. Like ham or something. I don't even eat meat, but it was like ham.
Yeah,
You can smell it.
I smell it.
Yeah, so it's really minimalistic. I mean, they had just drums, a couple of synths, some guitar work, reversing tape to get a lot of those effects. And you gotta remember, those synths back then were like as big as an armoire. I mean, they were huge. So, yeah, big fat synths.
You like fluffy omelets? You like fluffy or flat?
Every time I get an omelet, it's like too much food.
Yeah.
I always feel weird and greasy afterwards. Like it just didn't work out for me.
Yeah, you're a crepe man, aren't you?
I'm a burrito man. What are you talking about? All right, so we're gonna get into the next set here, which we're gonna continue down the Noi path. We're gonna play their second album, which is properly entitled Noi 1975.
All right, so 3 years later.
3 years later.
Right.
It actually has a title, 1975.
Right.
Or I think it's 1975. It might be just 75.
And is there a lineup change?
A couple more dudes entered the band. Connie Plank still produced it, but a couple more guys got into the mix with them. But for the most part, it's still pretty much Michael Rother and Klaus Dinger.
So how come nobody ever knew about it?
I don't know. I mean, I think it was maybe popular in counterculture scenes, but they never got any mainstream success.
I mean, we're talking about it 42 years later.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's brand new.
Yeah, it feels totally brand new to me, and I love it.
You like it?
I love it.
Excellent.
I love it.
Excellent.
It's chilling good.
These could be deep cuts.
Those are deep cuts. So 72, 75, what's going on? Like, who's on the radio? The Eagles?
Yeah, Hendrix, right? Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
They weren't dead yet, were they?
No.
They died in 73.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Who.
The Who.
The Beatles were still.
The Rolling Stones.
Rolling
yeah.
Stones were
Beatles
huge.
were still the Beatles?
Beatles were. I don't know.
Right around there.
I gotta read up on my Beatles history.
I know. We should know this, but we're talking about Noi, not the Beatles.
Exactly. I know more about this than I do about probably the most famous band in history.
That is so great.
Yeah, it could be if it worked out for me. Should we get into this next record?
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions?
Not now. Now I am thinking because that record was so sweet, I might actually get the cherry pie.
Whoa, the sticky cherry pie.
And another cup of coffee.
I'm definitely getting some more coffee. So, Noi.
1975. What's the track list we're gonna hear?
Right now we're gonna listen to 3 songs because every one of their songs is really long. So we're gonna listen to Icy, Sealand, and Lee Wool. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing these correctly.
Or if you're cussing, you don't even know.
True. I think these guys were too intellectual for swear words. In fact, I know they were.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. KUHS LP 97.9 FM. Hot Springs, Arkansas. The record you need to know about is Noi, 1975.
The late 1970s was a time of rapid growth in modern music with styles branching out from the static-free sounds of FM radio, disco, punk, and pop. A new artsy, danceable sound would take shape in both the UK and United States that would become known as New Wave music. Artists such as New Order, Depeche Mode, Blondie, and Devo would be moved into the forefront of music with the help of MTV and teen-centric movies like 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Pretty in Pink.
Tune to KUHS for a look back at the new wave movement on the 16 Pink Valley Club every Monday at noon on KUHS 97.9. Support for KUHS is made possible in part by the Morris Foundation. Since 1984, the organization has been providing support for culture in Hot Springs and has invested more than $1 million for nonprofit projects and organizations in Arkansas.
KUHS 97.9 FM.
Yeah, I guess I don't have to do an ID now. But that was you on that promo. That was cool.
Yeah, Dorothy Morris Foundation. Love
Yes.
that lady.
Hi, everybody. This is the record you need to know about. My name is Aaron, and I've got a guest with me this evening, Bill Solleder.
This is so much fun, and I'm learning so much.
And isn't it great broadcasting live from the Waffle House in 7 South?
Man, I'm going for it.
You're who? You're going for it.
I'm ordering another plate.
You are? Oh, my goodness. Okay.
I haven't eaten all day, and I played softball today, so I'm feeling it. I feel I need some more sustenance.
How was softball?
Well, we reminded me of one of my favorite movies that I watched as a kid, baseball movie.
The Bad News Bears?
Yeah, pretty much.
You were the Bad News Bears?
We were the Bad News Bears.
Ouch.
Yeah, yeah. But it was fun, and I love playing. I love playing ball.
Well, I saw you got a little boo-boo on your elbow. Is that...
This was from an attempted diving grab in left field.
Really?
Attempted and failed.
Wow, you go that far out, huh?
I love it.
All right.
I love it.
Wow.
I love it. I love it.
It's deep. So we just listened to the first half of Noi 75.
Right. And I was quizzing Aaron. I said, do they ever sing? Are there any vocals? And Aaron was like, no, there's no vocals. And we talked about how maybe Kraftwerk, how the split happened, and because Kraftwerk, part of them wanted to have vocals, and Noi didn't want to. And then right as you said that, Noi started singing.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. But I guess it was singing.
It was a vocal
It was
part.
more like mouth synth.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call it, mouth synth. But yeah, so we listened to the first 3 tracks from that phenomenal second album by the wonderful krautrock band Noi, featuring Klaus Dinger, one of my favorite drummers, which I don't think I've ever said that or thought it, but as I've been listening tonight on these loud headphones that we have, trying to drown out the Waffle House audience, I think he is. He's right up there with Stuart Copeland for me.
He's really tight, and he's really dynamic at the same time.
Yeah.
It's good.
Whoa, these guys are talking on our mic. Get away, dude. All right, so...
Hey, can I have the Tabasco? The Tabasco?
Yes, coming right up.
Thanks.
There you go. Should we get into the second half of this epic LP?
Yeah, but I've been sitting here in Waffle House, kind of missing the studio a little bit. And I was in the studio this afternoon for a couple shows, and I just haven't had the chance to tell you, Aaron Buckley, who have been like such a huge part in starting KUHS.
Si, senor.
And how really that I think in my world, in my small world, it has completely changed this whole city for me. I mean, I listen to it on the radio, and it's just so refreshing. And who knows what you're going to hear, what time, and then I hear people on the radio that I know that are just like fantastic storytellers, like Chuck Dodson, or people who have amazing record collections, like Steven Suter or Coleman.
Yes.
Courier, DJ Courier.
Love that show.
Yeah, I love that show. Randy Windle.
Yeah.
Randy Windle has delicious. What are they?
Jams and jellies. If you haven't gone to kuhsradio.org yet, I encourage you to visit that website now. Go to the schedule button in the navigation. Look for Randy's show on the far right-hand column of the schedule, and just take a look at his wonderful photo.
Yes, look at Randy's
It's
photo.
phenomenal.
I know another a super fun show that I think is on Wednesday. Chris Ricks. Chris Ricks has.
I haven't heard that yet. Is it good?
Yeah, he's funny. He's funny. It's really lively.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Cool. Very good.
And I think we're going to try to get the technology together that Chris can actually take phone calls. I think that's in the works.
Yeah, I'd like for
I
that
don't
to
know.
happen.
I would love that. And then Chris can talk to his friends, and we can call him up.
Thanks for reminding me. If you would like to give us a call, the phone number is 501-627-0711. And we might be able to say hi.
Anyway, I just want to say I had one more thought about Hot Springs and KUHS.
Go.
Because when we first went on the air, I was hearing some like Iranian or I'm sorry, not Iranian, but it was like Islamic prayer chants or something, and I was just like, wow, I can't believe that these sounds or stuff like Noi, these sounds are being played on the airwaves in Hot Springs.
It's pretty far out.
And they probably we've never heard these sounds on the airwaves.
On the
in Hot
airwaves,
Springs.
yeah.
On
I'm
the
sure there's
airwaves,
plenty
yes.
of people in town that know this band.
Yeah, and you
I'm
can
not like-
access it through the internet or
Right.
whatnot. But over
Yeah.
the airwaves, like driving around in your car, like driving down the bypass or through Gulf of Gorge.
Certainly.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just
Certainly.
amazing to me. So.
It's pretty far out.
So anyway, I cheers you on this show.
Thank you, sir.
This is a great show.
I hope it is educational for people and that people are having a lot of fun listening to it.
Indeed. So do you want to side two?
Yeah, we're going to listen to the second half. Kicking it off with Hero by Noi, right here on KUHS 97.9 FM, Hot Springs, Arkansas. What a trip, man. Noy, 1975. Right here on KUHS 97.9 FM, Hot Springs, Arkansas. You're listening to the record you need to know about. And my guest, Bill and we're shutting down Waffle House on 7 Central South or something like that.
7 South.
It's the one out by Sun Bay, right?
Yeah, it's still busy. I don't even know where we're at, actually.
Yeah. If you want to stop in, just find a Waffle House. We'll probably be in there.
Yeah, I ate 2 plates. It was a good night for me eating-wise.
I'm so stuffed.
I still don't know what grits are exactly,
Full belly.
but they're good with Tabasco.
Hear the bacon? Hear the
Nah,
bacon cooking on the grill? Can you hear it?
Yeah,
Like, even though I'm a vegetarian, I still love the smell of bacon.
yeah, and the sound of it.
It's so
Too,
good.
yeah.
So good. So that's it.
That's a
for
nice microphone you got.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick up the bacon from here.
You can't hear it? I can hear it.
Yeah, I can totally hear it.
we're in the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. I mean, it's busy in here. It's
It
crowded.
is. It's always busy at Waffle House.
Noise scattered my brain. Noise did.
Noise scattered you. It's pretty trippy stuff,
it
huh?
chunked it, yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, we just listened to their second album called 1975. We kicked off that album with a track called Icy. Then we listened to Sealand, Lebwohl, Hero, E-Music. This is 1975.
Right.
E-Music. And then After 8. My name is Aaron. This is the record you need to know about. Tune in next week when we do this again. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'll rack my brain all week long until I figure it out. And
Oh, you don't know yet?
No, I don't.
I need to know. I want to know.
I don't. It'll get there.
I wanna
It'll
know.
get there. I'll start stacking them up, but right now it's just flying by the seat of my pants.
We going to talk about Arthur Godfrey?
Yes, today is Arthur Godfrey's birthday. This is something I'm going to probably do regularly until I get bored of it
a good
on my
idea.
show. At the tail end, I will give you a little input on who was born today. And this guy was born, I don't know when. I knew Dave Chappelle last week because he's my age. But Arthur Godfrey was born in way long time ago. Like, he was a radio personality in, I want to say, 1940s, 1950s.
Right. Radio and then television.
Then a little bit of television. One of the first, real radio personalities. Kind of had like a comedy talk show.
And a singer. He played ukulele.
He did, yeah. I saw some
Yeah.
video clips of him doing the ukulele.
Yeah. He actually, I think, got out of radio after a while because he got lung cancer or something, or throat cancer. I think eventually he died of emphysema.
I don't doubt it, man. I think all those dudes smoked.
But he was a huge smoker, yeah.
Pretty heavy in the smoky smoke.
He actually wrote a famous jingle for some cigarettes, and then he also did one for Bayer aspirin that was funny.
Well, all of his shows that I was able to track down, the beginning of the shows are these fantastic live radio jingles, cigarette ads,
Yeah.
like Chesterfield's.
Yes.
So happy birthday, Arthur Godfrey.
You brought that with you?
Yeah.
That's
I brought.
nice.
Well, I got all these samples on my iPhone.
It's a nice touch.
I also brought a clip if we want to hear it.
Yeah,
Do you
I
want
think
to
we
hear
should
it?
totally hear it.
It's
yeah.
pretty cool. So let's check out this clip. All right, this is Arthur Godfrey. I want to say it's 1947, CBS Radio, and it's just a quick little intro, like he's just warming up the audience.
Sure.
And I think he's kind of poking fun at the announcer, who sounds fantastic.
Always milder, better tasting, cooler smoking.
Always buy Chesterfield.
Isn't that good?
Stay satisfied.
From smoke ring, while a Chesterfield burns.
Chesterfield presents Arthur Godfrey Time.
I need to smoke.
It's awesome.
And now, here's that man himself. Arthur, buy him by the New Year's carton, Godfrey.
Well, welcome back to Arthur Godfrey time, Tony.
Only glad to be here.
Took you quite a time to get here, didn't it?
Yeah, a little slow on the Long Island, you know.
When you told me you lived on that island, I didn't know you meant Hawaii. I'm only kidding, though. We really missed you yesterday, Tony.
Thank you, sir. Thank
CBS has a lot of announcers, you know. But none of them wear such elegant hair oil as Tony.
What delivery?
It smells so delicious.
Smells so
It's
delicious.
wonderful.
He's a New
What's
Yorker.
the name of it? Eau de Schmo, ain't it? Lovely. Well, this is Godfrey in New York, the silent city. Except in the back seat of my cab.
That's it. That's all I grabbed. It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Except for the back seat of my cab. I don't really know what that
Yeah, what
joke
does it
means.
mean?
It's topical.
Yeah.
It's really topical. I have no idea.
Lovely, he says.
Lovely. All right.
Happy birthday, Arthur Godfrey.
Happy birthday, Arthur Godfrey. I think I can wrap it up, right? I mean, it's a little bit early, but I found a bunch of Mobius and Rodelius in the system, which kind of falls in line with the whole, God, it's getting loud in here, with the whole Cluster, Harmonia, and Noi family.
Uh-huh.
These guys were in Cluster.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
In fact, Mobius is the guy that started Cluster, so it was like his thing. And then the dudes in Noi popped in and out on albums.
Right.
Connie Plank produced everything. So I'm just going to kind of leave.
Is Connie Plank a woman? I'm just curious to know.
I don't think so. I think he's a dude.
Dude.
Yep. He's always referred to as he.
Connie. Yeah, sure. Wait, let me get that. I'll buy.
You serious?
Yeah.
All right, man.
It's not much. I had 2 plates.
All right, well, here's the receipt.
It's good. Hey, great show, Aaron Buckley.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks for sitting in with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to have a guest every time just because I like to talk to people and not a oddly shaped mic.
Uh-huh. Or wall.
Yeah, or wall.
Or computer screen.
Or clock, yeah. I like to talk to people. So.
Or a menu.
And you never know, I might turn somebody on to something new.
Oh, you have.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you want these records, we can
Noi.
talk later.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for listening, everybody. My name is Aaron. That's Bill. This is the record you need to know about. Tune in next for KUHS DJ. I think he's going to take you until midnight. He's allowed me to sneak in a couple of tracks since I'm cutting out a little bit early. So, yeah. See you next week.